Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be planning for the week of September 11th through 17th, 2023 in my Sadie Stickers vertical planner. I'm going to be using this beautiful kit from Sadie Stickers called Enchanted. I'm obsessed with this kit. It's so pretty. So the foil is rose gold, which when it's up against a pattern like this, it looks more like a copper than a rose gold, but I'm really into it. So the quote box says, "Wisdom begins with wonder." This is my favorite box in the whole thing, just because I love the creeping vine going up. I love the little candle lantern. I love the books. I don't know who this artist is, but they're getting really good at making these cozy spaces that I just want to like live in forever. This is really beautiful. The lantern and the little candle effect right here. It's just the details are stunning. And this is even this little washi with the music. There's been a lot of, I remember when she would put these kits out and like the most exciting thing on the foil would be like this little um, Edison bulb. And now, I mean, the detail is just incredible. These little butterflies and the foiled. I mean, everything is foiled and pretty, even the tips of the florals. It's very subtle, but it's beautiful. So anyway, that's just the full boxes. Then we have the other boxes. These are the foiled headers and full box trackers here. These are really pretty, these little like torn washi strips. And then of course here's the full washi with the lace overlay. These are really pretty too. And then here's the deco. That's my favorite. And it's available at a deco. So anyway, I bought this kit a while ago. This came out in the summer, but I'm choosing to use it in a transition to fall because I think it's absolutely perfect. I did get these mini street lamp in a foiled Tuesday just to go with this kit. And I will be pulling a ton of other minis in this rose gold. So I just talked about these in a recent sticker haul. These are falling leaf dates in rose gold. And then these I bought last year. These have not been available. These are spooky trees. This is a book stack. She recently released some book foiled mini tree slices and my favorite heart bubble deco. So this came with the 2020 advent calendar that I got last year. This did as well. I'm still using stickers from that. I did not buy the advent calendar this year because it was not within my budget, but for those of you who do, I'm very curious to see. And then this is leftover from a Pink Diamond Planner Co. sheet, and it's just tiny little icons in rose gold. So anyway, I'm going to get started and speed things up. Okay, so first things first, I put these beautiful little leaf dots down on the days, and they look so cute. They're kind of difficult to read, but I actually love them. The numbers at least are bigger than the previous week, which look the same. Actually, they're not bigger. It's the illusion because there's two numbers. So I laid the washi down very carefully. One skinny strip and one thicker strip. This is a very floral centric kit, as many of her kits are, but I actually really loved this one. I thought it was just really pretty and a perfect transition from summer to fall, I thought. I also really like that her kits now come with this sort of like paper rip design, so they're not completely squared off. I think that just looks super pretty. So I put the date headers down fairly quickly. And this was a really emotional week, another emotional week, but I was really grateful for my husband this week. And it was a lot. There was a lot going on. So I decided to put for the quote box the wisdom begins in wonder with the plants and the lanterns. I love this spread so much. So I decided to use all of the different headers across all the different boxes. I wish that the headers weren't scalloped because they do look all very different from the other ones, and I wish they were just more consistent. That's the one thing about this new reformatting that I'm not crazy about is the scalloped headers. And if I could go without using them, I would, but since I put headers on the tops of all of the boxes, I had to use them. So anyway, I actually thought that the brown with the rose gold stripe in the middle matched my Simply Gilded washi perfectly. Just seemed like a natural extension of that. And again, I had to use at certain points florals on florals, which is not my favorite, but and I'm header blocking everything right now. So this was my mom's birthday week. My mom's birthday is on 9/11, which on the actual day of 9/11, 2001, we had celebrated her birthday with a surprise party the weekend before. So I was grateful for that in hindsight, just because at least we got to celebrate her birthday that year. Every year since, at least for the last few years, it's been difficult. She didn't want to tell anybody that when her birthday was, because it's hard to feel celebratory on a day when so many people are struggling. So this week is always an emotional week. There's always a lot of news coverage, a lot of 9/11 footage, which can be triggering for a lot of people. And this was the first year where when I watched a documentary about 9/11, because I do try to watch one each year, I really felt like more at peace with it. I love this paper rip, so I decided to use it over the front, and I'm glad I did. It looks so great. Okay, so I've been trying to use these little square boxes more because so much of them are provided in the kits, and I never really have a good place for them. But I think I did okay with this because there was a lot of deco that I could use on the sides. So I used the weekly full box to mark my dinners for the week, and I used some really pretty little lantern deco to mark that it was my mom's birthday week, and I wanted to track vitamins and session notes. The session notes for SLPs who are watching this was to make sure that I finished all of my session notes on the same day that I actually provided service for those sessions. In the past, I have not always been able to do this and to keep up with it because school schedules are really difficult. And so my goal this year is to eliminate having to take work home, doing work outside of working hours, just because I'm not getting paid to work for free. So I was really proud of myself that I was able to do all those session notes every single day. Oh, that's my favorite box. It's just so beautiful. I want one. And that's my second favorite box. I want my library to look like that in my house. Okay, so, and then I decided to use the priority flags this week. I like that it comes with 3. I think 3 is an appropriate number for priority flags, and I like that it's small and it doesn't take up the entire box. So I try and put them in different positions for each day, but I couldn't really, well, I guess I did. I did manage to keep all of that under control. So Monday was my mom's birthday. So I used a Sadie Stickers holographic cupcake icon to mark that. And I'm sorry that you can't see the little flag that I just put down. That was just one of the flags that came with the full box sets. I used my little lanterns a lot in this spread, which is good because that's why I bought them. This was the kit that I intentionally wanted to buy them for, and because there are so many lanterns. So this is my birthday deco in hollow that I got. Was one of those bundles. So I just used it to mark my mom's birthday with a little cupcake. I thought that was super cute. And yes, I am mixing metals in the foil, and don't come at me. I do it all the time. I think it looks pretty. It doesn't have to be the same all the time. Even though I clearly have a preference for rose gold since all of my technology is rose gold. So I just wrote, remembering heroes and the loss that day. 9/11 is still an emotional day for me. I had a little alarms on my phone for all the moments of silence that we typically observe in New York. I can't watch the reading of the names anymore. It's just too long and it's heartbreaking. Plus I work now. So this was kind of an oversight on my part. I thought our vet appointment for the 3 cats was at 4:30 on Monday. Well, so I get home, we managed to get all 3 cats into the carriers, we put them in the car. Our vet is 5 minutes from our house, thank goodness. But we get them all there, and it's traumatic for them because every time they go for an appointment, they've had something horrible as a result after that with like Lyme baths and shots, and so it is traumatic for them. So when we got there, they told us, oh, your appointment's actually on Wednesday. And I smacked my head. I was like, oh no. And they were so nice. They were able to get us in anyway. And then we waited, I think, 15 minutes for the appointment. And they apologized to us for the wait. And I was like, this would never happen in New York City. You would 100% be laughed out of the room. We would have had to come back on Wednesday. So I'm glad we didn't have to do any of that. I also managed to go to the library on my way home before picking up the cats. So, and that was because I had a lot of overdue books. And I did not want to pay for things. So Tuesday was technically the 10th day of school, and this is important because after 10 days, students that have not been showing up for school because they're actually enrolled somewhere else drop out. And so what they do is they look and see which classrooms need to be consolidated, and more importantly for me, if I am being reallocated to a different school. Now, obviously, my caseload was so high, I did not end up having to go anywhere. I am mentoring a new to the district SLP this year, so we had a little check-in during the day. On Tuesday, I had to do therapy back to back all day, so I just used my little rose gold lantern to mark that. I had to do folder verifications and session planning, and I had to talk to our process coordinating teacher who handles the administrative side of making all of the meetings and running all of the meetings for IEPs and reevals and eligibility. So very important part of my job. I had a lot of extra time that day, so I decided to use one of the full boxes that I had left over, and I just cut it in half to sort of fill the space. I could have done that with the deco also, but I wanted to use it up. So on Wednesday, I had to do folder verifications again for my students. That just means that I look at their physical folder and make sure that all of the necessary paperwork that I'm supposed to be contributing to is in there. If I'm case managing those students' because they're speech language impaired, then I am responsible for making sure that all the paperwork is appropriate. So if we get audited, that's on me if something goes wrong. So Wednesday was just a typical day. I used a Sadie Stickers speech bubble to mark that I just had speech therapy all day. I did do a Target run after work because I was trying to get, I can't even remember why I was at Target. I think we were just out of stuff. So I had a social committee meeting after school at 3, which it's kind of fun to be on social committee because you get to do all the events and the fun stuff, and I really like that. But I just did speech therapy all day, back to back. I ended up having to do my notes at home because I just ran out of time in the middle of the day, and I was covering for my colleague for her afternoon bus rider duty, or car rider duty. I was really grumpy all day. It was a rough day. And I actually think on Monday I had put in a sticker that said did not sleep well last night. This was a tough week. I did have a Zoom with my friend, and so Thursday was a really emotional day for me for reasons I won't disclose now, but hopefully I'll be able to talk about it soon. But I had an IEP meeting first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. So, and that was my first IEP meeting of the year, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was my first IEP meeting. And I used one of these little rose gold flourishes to just fill in the gap there. I had to work on a report, update IEPs, and schedule some testing that had come through. My Amazon package arrived, so I used the little lantern, although it kind of ran into the doily script part of my box. And I called my mom in the afternoon just to talk. I'm sorry that the camera is cut off there. There we go. And then I was really excited because my Speechtree company mini subscription got renewed this month. The theme is monsters, so I will be doing that. Friday was a tough day. I had to just do a lot of things. I printed color materials, I updated IEPs, I made plans of care for my new students, and then I had to update my schedule again. I think that was my 7th draft of schedule updates. So I was really, really over it. And I was having a really frustrating time, and so thankfully my happy place is the library. So I was able to go to the library after school, and I was able to use that pretty deco. And I just marked that I had a heart-to-heart with my colleague, who was super supportive. She's the best. I got so lucky. She was my CF supervisor, and now we are just 2 school-based SLPs churning through the week. But I think it's so important to have someone at work that you can talk to. I think it makes all the difference. On Saturday was just a major cleaning day, and so I cleaned the island, I vacuumed, I fixed some chairs, I did clean the chairs, and I did laundry. So I put lots of materials into binders and different things. I ordered travel stuff for my dad, who's going on a trip with his sister, and we had free pizza. Thank you, Papa John's, for supporting teachers, and we watched Inglourious Basterds, which is crazy violent and really good, but not recommended for those who have like issues with violence or World War II movies. On Sunday, I treated myself to a morning trip to Trader Joe's and got all the pumpkin things. It was a rainy Sunday, which is my favorite kind of Sunday. And I did massive amounts of laundry. Lots and lots of laundry. My book club actually happened this week, and I had already finished the book, so that was really great. And I'm just marking that I filmed and edit some Plan With Me's, and I did some cross-stitching. Our book was The 5-Year Engagement by Ellen Hildebrand. It's not my type of book typically, but I actually enjoyed reading it. It was nice to break into a different genre than I usually do, and it was just fun to sit and chat with a bunch of women in my complex, and it was great. So what am I doing? Oh, so I'm adding, and I'm so sorry that the camera did not catch this. I'm adding the washi tape at the top from Simply Gilded. This is my favorite washi, and I actually think she's selling the this washi but in white right now. So it doesn't look like wood grain, but it's really, really pretty. And then I'm just adding the extra strips that came with the kit over it to give it an extra little special touch. So now I had all this incredible deco and I had nowhere to put it because I'd filled up everything. So I ended up putting it over the September monthly, and then I just filled in, these are the things that I ate for lunch and my mom's birthday week. So overall, I think it came out really cohesive and gorgeous. Okay. Okay, so here it is. This is the final spread. I think it looks so pretty. I really loved working on this and kind of making it pop and be decorative. These kits are so beautiful, and I just, the old me would have wanted to save this for a really, really long time. And so I'm glad I'm breaking that habit. But I just think this is really, really lovely. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it brought you some relaxation or peace, and stay tuned for next time. Take care.